Hello and welcome to the morning of day one of the Ryder Cup 2018 replay. We're at the Friday AM Fourballs and introducing the golfers for Europe in this match, in match one. Justin Rose and John Rahm, and for the USA, Brooks Koepka and Tony Finau. So here we go. Justin Rose, we're on the first par 4, 381 yards, and it's a long iron. So we have a 3 for Justin Rose, which is a C, then a 14, which is in the mid-range, so that's a good range, and then actually we've got a black 0, which puts him in the rough. John Rahm, 3, which is also a C. 14, which again is in the mid-range, and a 3 and a 7 on the black dice, D10, so he's in the fairway. For the United States, Brooks Koepka, 16, which is an A drive, 5, which is left, and 7, which is in the sand. So Koepka is in the sand. And Tony Finau, 14 for Finau is an A drive, and a 9 is in the midsection, and 2 is in the fairway. So good shot for Finau. So the two Europeans behind, and we're going to start with a long iron +1 for Justin Rose. So that's a 19 on a long iron, which is a 1, which means he gets it to within 35 yards of the pin. So he's on the green, 35 yards away. John Rahm is using a mid iron on his second shot, and that is a 3, which is a miss. 15 is at the green, and the 2 puts him at the back of the green. Bruce Koepka is the third to play, and he's in the sand. He's got a long iron +1. So 10 from the sand on a long iron is a miss. Because sorry, a 9 is a miss. 12, he is at the green, and 4 puts him to the left of the green, and a 0 puts him in the sand on his second shot. So he's gone from sand to sand. And finally, a short iron -1 for Finau, which means his 3 is good. 20 now then, at the green with a 20. I think that gives him an exceptional shot. So in this case, we take the yellow dice, which is a 5, and add it to the white, which is an 11, which gives him a 16. And Tony Finau on a sand iron with a 16 is 6 to 10 feet after 2 shots. So he's looking good. And we now move to Koepka, who's in the sand, is the furthest away. Sand is going to be the furthest away. He's going to chip shot. So he's got an 8. He's got an 89 on the chip shot. On a sand is 1 plus P, which is a 1 question mark. So that is the third shot, and he is 5 feet away. So he should make his par. And let's see if they give him that putt. No, they're going to make him put it. And a chip shot now for John Rahm. 18 on a chip, sorry, 183 on a chip, which is a +1, so he completes the hole in 4, so he makes the par. We're now going to Justin Rose, who is on 35 plus away, so 198 to get this down for a 3, and he's got 205, so he holds it 35 feet. What a great putt for a 3, and that puts pressure now on Tony Finau, who must down this to halve the hole, 6 to 10 feet away. Finau needs to get above 99, and he gets 205, so he gets a 3. Koepka will take a 4, and they will halve the hole. So as they go to the second hole, the same 4, the hole is halved. And these 4 will play the same order with a half of a hole. So at the second, we're at a par 5, hole number 2, 502 yards. The game is tied after the first hole, and so Justin Rose, 14 is in the B section, 15 white is in the on the fairway, and a 4 leaves him actually on the fairway, he's not in the rough. John Rahm, John Rahm, 3. Another poor drive from Rahm puts him in the section C. 14 is in the mid of the fairway, so he's handily placed but slightly further back. Bruce Koepka, 4 for Koepka is in C. 19 is going to be off to the right, and 2 puts him in the sand. And finally, Tony Finau, half the hole. He's put half the hole in on the first hole. 18 puts him in A. Very good. 8 puts him in the fairway section, and 3 leaves him right in the fairway. So as we move to the second shots, it's going to be Brooks Koepka. He's in the sand, and he has the option to lay up, and let's have a look. His 15 will go for the green, 15 and below goes for the green, 20, so he's going to lay up. So we're using, on a layup, 3 is a mid-iron, and he's got a 12 on a mid-iron. For Koepka is good, so he's on the fairway, and 12 puts him just there, just short of the green. Next to play will be John Rahm. John Rahm is using a long iron, and he's a -1 on a long iron, so that is a 7, and it's a 13, so that's good. But unfortunately he gets a 1, so he's going to be 35 plus yards away, but as we've seen, his partner's already holed 1 from that distance. And this is Justin Rose. He is also using a long iron. Long iron for Rose is 9, 4, so he missed. 18, he is at the green, and a 2 at the green is going to be at the back of the green in the rough. He's going to have a chip onto the green. And finally, Tony Finau with his second shot, he's a +1 on a fairway long iron. So it's a 9, 6, so it doesn't make the green. It's a 1, which is off the green. 6 puts him in the trees at the back of the green. So Brooks Koepka, he's gonna use a short iron to get himself on the green, and it's a 4 he needs. He's got an 11, that's good, but again it's a 1, not so good in that it's going to leave him 35 feet away. And from the trees now, Tony Finau is a short iron +1, so that's a 5, and he gets onto the green. 12 will leave him 11 to 15 feet away, and he's going to need to put that down. Justin Rose chipping in, -1 on his chip, so that's 1 off the 10, so that's 92 on a chip for Justin Rose. 92 gives him a 17-foot putt for a 4. And finally then we have Jon Rahm. He's 35 plus away, so to put this down he needs 207. 199, so he 2 putts, and so Rahm makes it in 4, which means one of the Americans must make their putt. And we have Brooks Koepka 35 feet away, 195 he needs. And he gets 122, so he 2 putts, and so Koepka will go with a 5. And now Justin Rose, he needs 16 to 20 feet, 181, 183, so he actually gets his par. And so the pressure now is all on Tony Finau. He halved the last hole. Can he halve this hole? 11 to 15 feet away. He's lining up the shot, 146 over that to make it, and he gets 97, so he drops a shot. And so Europe go 1 up in the first game, and they will have the honour in the next. At the next hole. But back on the first tee is game 2 for the player introductions. This is game 2 of the 2018 Ryder Cup for the United States of America, Dustin Johnson and Ricky Fowler. For Europe, Rory McIlroy and Rafa Cabrera-Bello. So here we go. Dustin Johnson at the first tee, par 4. Europe already 1 up in the first game, and it's 16, which is an A, 3, which is left, and 4 puts him in the trees to the left. Long drive, but in the trees. Ricky Fowler is second of the Americans in this pair. 20 puts him in A. 9 puts him in the middle of the fairway, and 4 is right in the middle in the good stuff, so that's a good drive from him. Rory McIlroy, 4 puts him in C. 12 in the middle, and 9 puts him on the fairway. And the player that wasn't actually in, Rafa Cabrera-Bello, but he's the replacement player, 18 is an A. 4 is a left, and 6 puts him in the sand. So 3 good drives and 1 mediocre drive. But Rory McIlroy then, he's going to use a mid-iron and a 4. Mid-iron and a 4 is off the green. That's 1. He is off the green. He's not even at the green. And 6 will put him short of the green, and he's right in the fairway. So decent position. And now we go with the long iron in the trees for Ricky Fowler. 2. So he's missed the green, and a 2 means he's off the green. 3 puts him short, and he is with Rory McIlroy. And now long iron for Cabrera Bello, and so he's got to get over 9 or over. It is a 9, so that's successful. 7 puts him 26 to 35 yards away from the pin, and the pin is 1 in this. All pin 1s in this round of matches. And so now we come to, I've got the colours wrong here. No, this is Rory McIlroy. So McIlroy, short iron, -1, 13 is good, 12 on a short iron puts him within 15 feet. So Europe looking strong here. So first up is Ricky Fowler with his pitching wedge. +1 on the pitching wedge, which makes him a 3, and that is good enough. 19 will put him within 5 feet. And are Europe going to concede this one to Fowler? Yes, they are. So Fowler gets his first part of the match. Coming up now is Dustin Johnson, who is pitching wedge +1. This is a 3, and so he gets that. And again, 19 puts him within 5 feet, and Europe won't concede that one, although it doesn't matter because obviously they've already got their par, so both get 4s. And now we're looking at Cabrera Bello for 26 to 35 feet, needs 200 over, and he gets 25, which is a 2 putt, so that leaves him with a 4, and so the hole is halved. And after 1 hole for that game, they will stay the same order for the honours, and we go back to game 1, and we're at the 3rd hole. So at the 3rd hole we have a 390 yard par 4, and first up on the tee is Europe's Justin Rose. They're one up in this game. Justin Rose, 15 is a B, and 16 leaves him in the middle of the fairway. John Rahm, 15 is an A. And 7 puts him in the middle of the fairway. So Europe, 2 good drives. Bruce Koepka, 8 is a B. 10 puts him in the middle of the fairway. And finally, Tony Finau with a one hole down. 3 for Finau, which is a C. And then a 2, which is a left. And a 1, which leaves him in the rough. So short iron -1 for Finau. He'll play next. So he's looking at a 3. Looking 3. 18 is good. 12 puts him 11 to 15 feet away. Justin Rose. He's a sand iron +1. So that's a 5. And so that's good. 13 is 11 to 15 feet away also. So Rose is up there with Finau. Brooks Koepka. Sand iron, short iron. And he's got a 17, which is going to be good. And a 3. So Koepka will be 26 to 35 feet away after 2 shots. And finally, Jon Rahm is a pitching wedge. An 8 on a pitching wedge, which is going to be good. And a 20, which is going to put him within 5 feet. And they give him that, and that gives them the hole. So Rahm takes that hole, and Europe are up 2 in that game. In the game on game 1, they're 2 up. So Rhodes and Rahm 2 up on Koepka and Finau. And so we go back to the second hole, where Johnson and Fowler, McIlroy and Cabrera-Bello are. So this is a par 5. This match is all square. So Johnson to drive first. 4 is a C, and that's all we need to know, because that's the only thing is in the middle of the fairway. Fowler. 12. So 12 for Ricky Fowler is in the B section. 16 is mid. And 5 puts him on the fairway. That's a good drive. Rory McIlroy. 11 is a B. 4 is mid. And 2 is also on the fairway. So he's on the good part of the fairway there. And finally, Cabrera-Bello. 17 is an A. 14 is a mid. And 3 is right in the middle of the fairway. So Dustin Johnson, he's got a long iron and -1. So that is 13 on a long iron. And that is good. 13 is 16 to 20 feet away. So that's a good start in this hole for Johnson, and now we have McIlroy. He is a long iron. 12 on a long iron is good. 8 puts him 26 to 35 feet away. So keeping in close contact. Ricky Fowler from the USA. He's a long iron. 17 is going to be good, but 1 is going to leave him over 35 feet away. And finally, Cabrera Bello, a long iron, +1. 6 is missed the green. 10, he's off the green. 9 puts him in the sand. So after a great drive and a poor second shot, he's now got a sand iron +1 shot for his third shot. So that's a 7 on a sand iron, and a short iron is good. 3 is going to leave him 26 to 35 feet away though. So greater than 35 feet away, Ricky Fowler needs over 200 to drop this. 190, so close. So Ricky Fowler gets a 4. Rory McIlroy for birdie at this hole. 197 or more. 112, so he gets a 4, so he gets a birdie as well. Cabrera Bello, he is 26 to 35 feet away. 200 to get a birdie. 168, so he'll get his par for that. But now this one here, 16 to 20 feet away for an eagle. Justin Johnson, he needs 177. It's an 80. So he 2 puts and he gets a 4, so the hole is halved, and that game goes to the next hole, Old Square. So Europe, 2 up in the first game, half in the second, and we go back to the first hole. This is game 3 of the Ryder Cup. For Europe, Paul Casey and Tyrrell Hatton. For the USA, Justin Thomas and Jordan Spieth. So the golfers at the tee, ready to tee off, and the first up is going to be Paul Casey for Europe. 3 is a C. 13 is the center of the fairway, and 2 is on the fairway. Tyrrell Hatton. 19 is an A. 13 is mid, and 6 is right in the middle of the fairway. Great drive. Justin Thomas for the USA. 4 is a C. 16 is a mid, and 9 puts him in the fairway with Paul Casey. And finally, Jordan Spieth. 7 is a C. 17 is right, and 7 puts him in the trees. So Spieth will play out of the trees with a long iron. 15 is good. 9 is 26 to 35 feet away for his second shot. So not too bad there for the lie he was in. Paul Casey, he is using a mid-iron. 20, exceptional shot. So that is 13 and 5, which is 18 for Casey. With a mid-iron, puts him 6 to 10 feet away. So this could be an early chance for Europe. Justin Thomas. Mid-iron from the fairway. Oof. 1. That's not good. 7 is off the green. 5 puts him short, and 0 puts him in the rough. And finally, Tyrrell Hatton. He is a short iron -1, so that's 13, which is good. 17, which is 6 to 10 feet away. So both the Europeans are close by. So pitching wedge from the rough for Justin Thomas. 10 is good. 10 puts him 11 to 15 feet away, and he's already on his third shot. So Jordan Spieth, 26 to 35 feet. 10. That is a 3-putt. And it's just a 3-putt. So Jordan Spieth ends up with a 5 on that hole. Putting all the pressure now on Thomas. He must put this in. 11 to 15 feet. 11 to 15 feet is 148. 125. So he 2-puts. So he's got a 5 as well. Which brings us to Paul Casey. 6 to 10 feet. He just needs to 2-putt this, and Europe win the hole. 6 to 10 feet is 80. And he does it in 1. He gets a 3. So Tyrrell Hatton doesn't need to putt, and the USA go down 1 in this match as well. And so the USA are down 2 after the first 3 holes in 2 games. As we go to the 4th hole, and game 1, with Europe 2 up in this game. So round 20. This is the par 4, so 20 is going to be A. 14 is going to be the center of the fairway, so it's a good drive for Rahm, and Europe are driving well in this game. Justin Rose, again 20, and then 11 puts him in the middle of the fairway, right, deep drive, and still in the middle of the fairway. Tony Finau, 13 is an A, 18 is right, 1 puts him just right on the fairway, so not a bad drive. 3 really good drives. And Bruce Koepka, 9 is a B, and 6 is mid, so he'll go there. So 4 very good drives. The American need to try and wrestle something back. 2 down already. So Koepka, he's got a short iron with a +1, so that's 19, so that's a very good. He's got over there, and 13 puts him 11 to 15 feet away. A chance of a birdie, hopefully to bring this back to 1. Rahm, this is a pitching wedge -1, so that's a 70, it's 15 and a 14, puts him 6 to 10 feet away, so it's closer to the pin after his second shot. Justin Rose, pitching wedge 14 is going to be good. 17 is going to be 6 to 10 feet also, so Europe keeping the pressure on. And finally, Tony Finau, who is pitching wedge on the clock. So 9 is good. 10 puts him 11 to 15 feet away. So the Americans have got to sink one of these putts to put some pressure on Europe. First up, Brooks Koepka. 11 to 15 is over 148. 160, and he puts it, he drills it into the center of the hole for a birdie. So Koepka gets his birdie. Finau doesn't need to putt, he'll just leave that. And so now Europe have got 2 putts to try and tie this hole. First up, Jon Rahm, 6 to 10 feet away, needs over 93, and he gets it, and so the hole is halved, and Europe stay 2 up in that hole, in that game. So we go back to the third hole, and game 2, Dustin Johnson, Ricky Fowler for America, McIlroy and Cabrera Bello for Europe, and this game is all tied. So Dustin Johnson, this par 4, 3. It's a C, and so he's in the middle of the fairway. Ricky Fowler, 12 is a B, so he moves to there. Rory McIlroy, can he outdrive the Americans? That's 20 or 14, it's an A. 15 is mid, so longest drive of this hole. And finally Cabrera Bello, who had a 5 apart with last hole. 10 is a C. 14 is mid, so he's everybody on the fairway. Good driving performance here on the third hole. So Johnson, short iron, a 12 is good. 15 puts him 6 to 10 feet away, and they need that. Down in 2 matches already. Cabrera Bello, he's on a short iron. 2 is not going to make that. 15 is going to be at the green. 0 is going to be at the pin, which is 1. So he's going to be in the rough, and he's going to be chipping Ricky Fowler. Short iron +1. 15. That's going to be good. Yes. 13 is going to be 11 to 15 feet away, so the Americans putting the pressure on the Europeans now. And Rory McIlroy, pitching wedge -1. 15 is good. 20 is going to put him 5 feet away, and they're not going to give him that putt. They're going to make him put that one in. So Crabero out on the rough, chipping 155. 155 is a +1, so he ends up with his par. So now, Ricky Fowler, 11 to 15 feet, 144 or more, and he doesn't get, he gets 93, so he 2 putts, and so Fowler gets a 4. Can Dustin Johnson put some pressure on McIlroy, 6 to 10 feet away? He needs this, 99 or more. And he makes it with a 3. So Johnson makes a 3, which means that the short put for McIlroy, making him put it 15 or more, then the hole tied, and it is, so it's a tied hole, and so they go to the 4th, all tied up. That match is even as we go to hole 2. Paul Casey, Tyrrell Hatton, Justin Thomas and Jordan Spieth. Europe are 1 up in this already after the first hole. So USA need to start to try and claw something back here. 19, that's an A. 12 is a mid, and 0 puts him in the rough just off the fairway. Tyrrell Hatton. 18 is an A. 5 is a mid. 9 puts him in the rough to the right. Justin Thomas. 14 is an A. 15 is a mid, and 0 puts him just to the left on the fairway. So he's in the rough with Casey. And finally Jordan Spieth. 13 is a B. 10 is mid, and 7 is on the fairway. So slightly shorter drive, but better lie. So a long iron for Spieth. 19 is good, but 1 puts him 35 feet away. Paul Casey. Paul Casey is a long iron -1. So 4 puts him, is a miss. 14 is at the green. 2 is at the back of the green in the rough. So he'll have a chip for that. And Justin Thomas, long iron -1, is an 18, which is good. 11, which is 21 to 25 feet. So the USA are putting some pressure on now. Tyrrell Hatton, he is a long iron on the right side of the fairway in the rough, in the short rough. 11, which is 10. So he's good, and 6. 35 plus feet away, so it's a long putt for him. Paul Casey, chipping from the rough. .39. 3. 39 on a chip is a 2 putt, so that's a 5 for Casey. So he's leaving this all to Hatton. So now it is Jordan Spieth, 35 plus, 192. He needs to, and he's done it. He's done it. He gets a 3. So we've got an eagle with a 35 plus yard putt, and Justin Thomas gets an eagle, which now means that Terrell Hatton must also putt from this distance. 186 in each, and he doesn't get it, he gets a 2, and so the game is tied. That match is tied at 1 hole each, so we're tied hole, and Thomas and Spieth will have the honours in the next hole. So we now go back to the first, and this is game 4 of round 1 for the USA. Patrick Reed and Tiger Woods. For Europe, Francesco Molinari and Tommy Fleetwood. So we're on to the last pair. This is game 4 starting off, and we're Patrick Reed. Par 4, 11 is C, 2 is left, 4 is in the rough. Tiger Woods. 17 is A, 14 is mid, and 8 is in the rough, in the short rough, just on the edge of the fairway. Francesco Molinari. 11 is B, 9 is in the middle, and 9 is in the short rough, with Tiger Woods just behind Woods. And Tommy Fleetwood. 16 is an A, 9 is the middle, and 7 is right in the middle of the fairway. So Tiger Woods then in the rough to the left. Is using a long iron, and 6 is a miss. 1 is off the green, and 9 is down here. The 6 will put him on the fairway, so he's got a good lie, but he's there in 2. Patrick Reed. 16 is a mid iron. 16 is good. 5 is 26 to 35. He's on the green, 26 to 35 feet away. Francesco Molinari, mid iron plus 1. 18. 18 is good, and 1, 35 plus feet away. So now we're hoping Tommy Fleetwood, or the Europe will be hoping Tommy Fleetwood. Short iron minus 1 is good, and the 6 is not so good though. So he's 26 to 35 feet away. Not a very good approach shot, but at least he's there. So Tiger Woods on the fairway, pitching wedge plus 1. 10, that's going to be good. 4, and again it's an awful shot. Puts him 21 to 25 feet away. And that's his 3rd shot. So Molinari 195 up puts to put this 126. So he 2 puts it for a 4. So Molinari gets his par. Patrick Reed, 26 to 35 feet. He needs 191 plus 81. Will 2 put that, so he gets a 4. So Tommy Fleetwood can win this. 189 or above. 11. 11 is a 3 putt. We don't need to see if he puts anymore because it takes him out of the game. And Tiger Woods can only even it up, so that hole is drawn. So currently Europe up in 1, and the rest are tied. as we now move to hole number 5, a short par 3 for the leading group. John Rahm and Justin Rose 2 up on Tony Finau and Bruce Koepka. So it's a par 3, here we go. Bang. And it's a long iron +1, so that's a 4, which is a miss. 18 is at the green, 5 is to the right, and 0 puts him in the rough with a chip shot, so he'll be looking for a chip and then a putt to get his par. Justin Rose. So that's an 11 for Justin Rose, and that's good. 7 leaves him 26 to 35 feet away though, so it's quite a long putt. So can the Americans make something of this? Tony Finau, 12 is good. 12, 21 to 25 feet away, so he's slightly closer than Justin Rose. And finally Bruce Koepka is a 13, is good. 4 is 35 feet away, so the Americans haven't taken much advantage of this, but they can still bring this down to 1. But first we've got a chip from John Rahm from the rough to the right of the green. 44 is a +2, so he's taken 5. He's dropped a shot there. Not that that's any matter with this, they just need to win or lose the hole. Brooks Koepka, 35 feet away, 195 or more. 193, oh, it just rolls around and just comes back out, so he ends up with a 4, with a 3, 4, no, 3, these should all be 1s. So Koepka ends up with his par. They're all 1s actually. So Justin Rose needs this. Justin Rose needs this to put pressure on Finau. So 26 to 35, he needs 193 or more. And he gets 188, so he gets his par. So that leaves Tony Finau with a 23-foot putt, 183 or more to win the hole. And he gets 169, so he 2 putts, and so the hole is shared, and they will move on to hole number 6 with Europe 2 up in that match. We head back to hole number 4, game 2, game all tied. Johnson and Fowler for the US, McIlroy and Cabrera-Bello for Europe. And $17 is an A, 16 is right, 4 puts him in the water. Oh, Dustin Johnson ends up in the water on the right of this hole. If you look at the hole, the only bit of water I can see is there. So unless this is the sea, so he's ended up in the sea. So he's going to have to take a drop and drop a shot. Ricky Fowler effectively, oh, 20, that was a 20, that. 20 is an A. 14 is mid, so Fowler's got to do well here. McIlroy, 18 is an A. 13 is a mid, so he's up there with him, with Fowler and Cabrera-Bello. 14 is a B. 3 is left. 4 is in the sand, so Cabrera Bello with a mid-iron +1 on the sand. So that's a 19 for Cabrera Bello, which is good. Unfortunately, it's a 2. So he's 35 feet away after 2 shots. So now, Dustin Johnson, who is already taking his 3rd shot, because that it's going to be a pitch. -1, so that's 9. Pitching wedge is good. 18 is within 5 feet, but that's his 3rd shot. So a really good recovery. And they give him the shot, so Dustin Johnson takes a 4. So not bad really. Got his par from there. Ricky Fowler, pitching wedge -1. So a 10, which is going to be good. 19, and that's going to be in close. And he gets his birdie. So McIlroy 13, but it's good. He's within 5 feet. Are the Americans going to give him this hole? And they are. So that hole is tied. McIlroy gets his 3, and we move on back to the 3rd hole and game 2, which is tied. Thomas, Spieth, Casey and Hatton. On the par 4 3rd hole. And Justin Thomas. Oops, that's the wrong one. That was a 12. So 12 is going to be a B. 19 is going to be right. And Thomas is going to be in the sand. Jordan Spieth. 17 is a B. 17 is right. And 8 is going to be in the rough. So the Americans 2 wayward right drives. Casey, Paul Casey. 16 is a B. 2 is left. So he's in the rough to the left. And finally Tyrrell Hatton. 13 is a B. 18 is right. 9 is also in the rough. So Paul Casey, short iron from the rough. 15 is going to be good. 18 is going to be excellent. It's going to put him 6 to 10 feet away, so good recovery shot. So mid-iron from the sand for Justin Thomas. 8 is good. 18 is going to be 6 to 10 feet away. So Justin Thomas making it interesting. So mid-iron +1 for speed. 10 is good. 18 is 6 to 10 feet. So everybody's going to be 6 to 10 feet. Tyrrell Hatton, mid-iron +1, which is a 7 or more. And he gets that. And then 11 is 21 to 25 feet. So Tyrrell Hatton then, 21 to 25 feet, needs 197 yards. 102 will get him a 4. So Hatton gets a 4. Paul Casey, 6 to 10 feet, 80 plus. 65, so he only gets a 4. So the USA have got 2 chances here to go up in this game and tie the match. So first, Justin Thomas, 6 to 10 feet, 80, 90 or more. And he does it. He gets his Justin Thomas. So America go up 1 in this match. Justin Thomas. So the Ryder Cup is all tied. One game up each. The other 2 so Reed and Tiger Woods on the second hole have the first hole with Molinari and Fleetwood. So Patrick Reed, 1 terrible shot is D. 15 is in the fairway, at least he's got that. So can Tiger put some pressure on Europe? 13 B. 15 in the fairway, and 9 puts him in the good part of the fairway. Francesco Molinari, 2, another poor shot. D. 4, he's in the mid, so at least he's in the fairway. And finally Tommy Fleetwood, 19 is an A, 6 is mid, and 9 puts him in the rough, just at the short rough at the right hand side. So Patrick Reed, he can try and lay up if he wishes. Let's have a look. 13, he's going to lay up. So on the layup, it is going to be short iron -1. So 17, which is good. 15 puts him right smack in the middle of the fairway. Molinari, what is he going to do? He's a 13 as well. He's going to lay up. So again, using a short iron -1, so it's a 9 for Molinari, but it's good. And then a 6 puts him just behind Patrick Reed. Tiger Woods, the long iron shot. 10 is good, 18 is very good. Puts him within 6 to 10 feet, so Woods with a chance to put the USA in the lead in this hole. And a long iron for Fleetwood -1. So that's a 7 for Fleetwood, and a long iron is not good enough. A 1 is away, is off the green, and a 1 is to the left. So Europe are in big trouble here. Molinari, mid-iron +1 is a 2. That is awful. He's missed. 11, he's at the green. 2 is at the back of the green in the rough. That's his 3rd shot. Patrick Reed, short iron -1. 6 on a short iron for Patrick Reed is good. And a 5, it's a long putt. 21 to 25 yards, but given where they are. So Tommy Fleetwood in the rough with a pitching wedge. 4 makes it, but he's still 26 to 35 yards away. And a chip for Molinari. So that is 56. 56 for Molinari on a chip is going to be 11 feet away. And it's already 4 shots in. Fleetwood, 26 to 35 feet, 188, 30. So he 2 putts. So Fleetwood gets a 5. Patrick Reed, all he has to do is put this one in. 21 to 25, 185 onwards. No, he gets a 90, so he gets a 4. Molinari, there's no point. So even though Woods doesn't need to put 62 on a 6-10 foot for Tiger Woods, there's a 2 putt, so he gets a 4, but they win the hole, and the USA go up in 2, down in 1, and so USA are now in the lead with the tournament. Two games up to 1, with 1 game tied as we go to hole number 6. And game 1, Jon Rahm and Justin Rose against Tony Finau and Brooks Koepka. But even though they're 2 up in this, they'll be looking at the scoreboard and seeing that they're down in the match. Jon Rahm, this is a par 5, 513 yards. 11 is a B. 5 is the mid, so he's fine there. Justin Rose, 16 is a B. 4 is mid, so he's there as well. Tony Finau, 1 is a D. 12 is on the fairway, and Brooks Koepka, 18 is an A. 9 is on the fairway. So will Finau lay up? Yes, he will. So he's using a long iron with a +1, so that's 12 on a long iron, which he gets, and a 5 puts him right at the bottom of the layup area. Jon Rahm, will he lay up? Yes, he'll lay up. Surprising. It's a long iron -1, so that's 18, so that's good. And a 13 puts him slightly further up the fairway. Justin Rose. So will Justin lay up? No, he's going to go for the green. So it's a long iron, 8, and he fails. 19 is at the green. 7 puts him right in front of the green. Good position. But now Brooks Koepka with a long iron off the fairway after his first drive. 13 is good. 10 gets him within 21 to 25 feet of the hole. So 3rd shot now for Tony Finau. 4th iron. Oh, 1, awful. 7 at the green. 2 is at the back of the green in the rough, so he'll be chipping. Jon Rahm pitching wedge, needs a 2 and it's a 1, so he's missed, and an awful 1. He's not even, he's off the green. 3 puts him down short of the fairway. He will be the next to shoot. Pitching wedge +1, so that's going to be good, and a 3 for Rahm on a pitching wedge is going to be 21 to 25 feet away. That's a terrible shot. Justin Rose is chipping +1, so that's 59. Jonathan Rose 59 is 10 feet away, but this could be already lost. Sorry, that's him who's there. And now Tony Finau, same shot. 51. So he's 16 feet away. Brooks Koepka to win the hole, 21 to 25 feet. He needs to get over 190. 62, he gets it in 2, so that's a 4 for Koepka. Jon Rahm to tie the hole, 185 or more, and he doesn't. He makes a 5. Finau doesn't need to putt because they're already on a 4. So Justin Rose, 6 to 10 feet, must make this 82 there. And he gets it, so it's tied. And so Europe stay 2 up in the first match. As we now go to the 5th hole and match 2. Thomas, Spieth against Casey and Hatton. This match is all square. We're at the par 3. Justin Thomas, long iron, +1. So it's 20 is good. 4 is going to be 35 feet away, so he gets onto the green. Not the best of tee shots. Jordan Spieth. 18 is going to be good. 17 is going to be 11 to 15 feet away for Jordan Spieth. Paul Casey. 15 is going to be good. 6. 26 to 35 feet away. And finally Tyrrell Hatton. He's not going to make the green. He's going to be off the green, and he is going to be in the rough. So Hatton will play this shot. He's going to chip, and he's going to get 87, and it's going to leave him 13 feet away. May not get the chance to putt. Justin Thomas, 187, wins the hole, really, I should imagine. 34, he's going to 2 putt, so Justin Thomas I've got the wrong golfers here. This should be Dustin Johnson. So let's just step back here. Let's take these 4 off and we'll scrap this hole and start again. Don't know how they managed to get mixed up. So I'm going to scrap that and start this one again. So Dustin Johnson, Ricky Fowler, Cabrera Bello and Rory McIlroy are the golfers on the 5th hole. Dustin Johnson, 13, it doesn't matter, 11 or 13, he's going to make it. 19 puts him within 5 feet of the hole. Are they going to give him that? They are. So Dustin Johnson makes it 2. So Ricky Fowler can only have a hole in 1 or he's finished anyway. It's finished, so it doesn't matter because they've got it in 2. Cabrera Bello, 12 is good. 1 puts him 35 feet up plus away, so long way away for a 1 putt. And Rory McIlroy, 14 is 16 to 20 feet away. So Cabrera Bello needs to put this down. So he's looking at 192 or more, and he doesn't do it. So this leaves McIlroy with a 20-footer, 177 or more, and he doesn't do it. So the USA go up in game 2, so they're up in 3. USA up in 3 now as we go to hole number 4, and this is where the boys that we previously saw should be. Spieth, Thomas, Casey and Hatton. Spieth and Thomas are up 1 in this, and it's a par 4, hole 4. 12 is a B. 8 is the fairway, so he's happy there. Justin Thomas, 18 is an A, and 18 is right, and 3 is in the rough. At least he didn't find the water. Paul Casey, 1 is a D, 3 is left, and 1 is in the sand. So awful shot by Casey. Till Hatton has to try and recover this. 18, very good, is an A. 4 is left, 7 is in the sand, so a bit better. So Casey, mid-iron -1, gives him 16. It's good, and he's got a 20. So he's taken it and put it within 5 feet of the hole. Amazing shot by Paul Casey, but he's not going to be given the hole, so he's obviously must be a bit of a funny ridge there. So Spieth, short iron +1, so he gets a 6 on the short iron, and that's good. 13 is an 11 to 15. So in the sand, Tyrrell Hatton, sand iron, short iron -1. So that's 17, which is going to be good. 2 is going to be 35 feet away though, a long way away. And finally, on the right hand side in the rough, short iron for Justin Thomas. A 1 is going to miss. 4 is off the green. 8 is short, but he's on the fairway. So Thomas, his 3rd shot, pitching wedge. 3 is good. 20 puts him within 5 feet with a 3. And Europe do not concede that. Well, they didn't concede the other one. So Tyrrell Hatton, 35 feet, 186. 101 gets his par on that. So Tyrrell Hatton gets a 4. Jordan Spieth, 11 to 15 yards, 146. 147 in his tip. 159, that's good. Lucky bounce off that last one. So a 3 for Spieth, which now means that Thomas doesn't have to putt, but Casey has to hold this 16, and he gets it, so hole is tied, and they will go to the next hole with the USA 1 up in that game. As we go to the third hole, game 4, match 4. Par 4 hole, and Patrick Reed and Tiger Woods have won the last hole. Molinari and Fleetwood 1 down. Europe 3-1 down in the match, and so Reed 15 is a B, 5 is a mid, so he's happy with that. Tiger Woods 18 is an A, 20 is right, and is in the rough. Molinari 13 is a B, 10 is in the mid, so he's happy. And finally Tommy Fleetwood, 11 is a B, 6 is mid, so he's also on the fairway. Patrick Reed, short iron +1, so 13 for Reed is good. 11 puts him in 11 to 15 feet away. Molinari, short iron +1, 20. This is an exceptional shot, so that is 16. 16 for Molinari on a short iron, puts him 6 to 10 feet away. Tommy Fleetwood, 8 is good. 19, that is excellent, puts him within 5 feet. And the US give him that putt, so Fleetwood gets a 3, and so his partner Molinari won't need to putt, so we've got mid-iron +1 for Wood. 20, exceptional shot. Sorry, no, he's not on the fairway, so 20 is good. 8 on the mid-iron, puts him 20 to 25 feet away. 21 to 25 feet away, so 2 chances to tie this hole. Tiger Woods first, 21 to 25. He needs 180, and he doesn't get it. So Patrick Reed, 11 to 15 feet, 157 he needs, and he gets 150, so he doesn't make it either. And so Europe bring that back to all square, and they will take the honour on that hole next time, on the next hole. So we'll be coming up to the 7th hole. We've been running for an hour and 20 minutes, so I think I'm going to halt it there, and we'll come back for the rest of the finish of this round in another session. Hope you've enjoyed it. Leave some comments, let me know, and we'll see you for the conclusion of these matches.